Clive Barker emerged in Margaret Thatcher's 80s as a deviant beacon, someone that fans of horror looking for new depths to gleefully sink to could rely on. The writer and artist was fascinated by secret societies forming around sexuality and violence as a response to the repression and shame that seemed to rule England and America at the time. Naturally, the rabid fan base that took to his works was just waiting to be exploited by an enterprising producer. But the few films made of Barker's novels initially disappointed commercially and artistically. Barker himself was least pleased of all, and decided if anyone was going to give his work the proper treatment on screen, it was going to be him. He directed Hellraiser from his novel A Hellbound Heart, and its cultural value is still hard to overstate. Films considering the nearly divine sight of on-screen torture and sadomasochism still owe it a debt for bringing the search for ecstatic anguish into the mainstream. The iconography introduced by Hellraiser is still identifiable and potent 30 years later. He followed it up with two like-minded films about the pursuit of the monstrous, about the pitfalls of authority. Lord of Illusions was compromised by its distributor and signaled the end of Barker's too short career as a director. Nightbreed was chopped to pieces like one of Barker's own villains, received a lashing from most critics, died a quick death at the box office, and was left to rot for over 20 years. But in 2014, something remarkable happened. Barker and some financiers rediscovered the original cut of Nightbreed, restored and finally released it to a cult that had grown steadily around the compromised cut, living on little more than the promise that its full glory would one day be restored. The whole thing is like something he might have written himself. And it's a good thing the story had a happy ending, because Nightbreed has just sadly become a film of astonishing resonance once again.
You got him. I got him. Holy shit. Are you from Midian? We should take him below, Pelican.
He's not Nightbreed. He's natural.
No. I've killed people. I'm like you, that's why I'm here.
It concerns a mechanic named Boone, who has visions of a netherworld filled with demons, called Midian. His psychiatrist records all of these visions, and then uses them to frame him for murders. Murders the sinister doctor has himself been committing. Boone flees the rep and finds Midian, ingratiating himself into the clan of demons hiding beneath the Earth's surface. Down there, with the Nightbreed, there is no judgment passed on aberration or taboos. When the authorities find out about this den of iniquity, they form a militia and come to destroy it. No one can live experiencing freedoms that other men don't understand. The images of a paramilitary mob shooting women and children ought to set off eerie alarm bells in 2017 America. Every day, neo-Nazis and their well-armed, paranoid base try to take away the rights of those with whom they choose not to empathize. Terrorists acting in the name of an imaginary version of the Bible or the Constitution feel more empowered than ever to stand in the sun and wear their hate like body armor, while the rest of us beg for compassion and the simple freedom to live the way we want. Our government wants most of its people to feel like monsters. Clive Barker always understood that monsters are more sympathetic and beautiful than humans. And here, he gives them their most luxurious cinematic treatment, from his gorgeous production design, florid singular makeup, and a score by Danny Elfman that brings to mind the work of Tchaikovsky. This is like a graphic novel come to life, before that idea became a nightmarish monotony. Today, fascist bullies want us to cower, to hide underground while they transform the earth through contempt and abuse. The time has come to be unafraid of what makes us look like monsters to them. Our sexuality, our skin, our loves, our fetishes, our religion, our bodies. Do not live in fear. Do not be their perverted version of natural. Be a Nightbreed. Be proud of what makes you who you are. Be the beautiful monster that keeps them awake at night.